know, at the end of the day, now we got to flush it. It was terrible. We got an early game on Sunday, so we got to figure it out. It's not getting easier.
Did you say that intensity just seemed to get lost today? With what you guys are playing for, you talk about trying to beat this team a week later. Is that surprising?
Surprising that they felt the intensity wasn't there. I feel like we didn't, like I said before, we didn't do what we were supposed to do. What else? Energy, attention to detail, focus, whatever it was. We didn't do it. We got to build from it. We got to learn from it. We got to grow up and figure it out.
After this one, Josh, I think you guys are 4-7 against top 8 teams in the league. I think that you have enough here to compete against those teams.
Yeah, I think we do. I think at the end of the day, we have to go out there and execute at a high level. We have to go out there with energy. We have to go out there with no egos. We have to go out there with no individual agendas. We have to go out there and sacrifice. I think that's the biggest thing. We're a new group. We're still learning and still figuring it out, but we can't expect to just have talent and go out there and win games. We got to lock in and compete.
Josh, what do you see from the defense on Isaiah Jones coming off the bench?
We didn't communicate well. We didn't find the transition. He's a knockdown shooter. He's been a knockdown shooter in the league for several years. So we got to be better with personnel. So no excuses.
This was fair to say in a game like this that is what lost you guys the game.
What is that?
Is it fair to say in a game like this that's what lost you guys the game? Isaiah Jones scoring 31.
No, I mean I'm not gonna say that lost us the game. I think we lost the game because we came out and didn't do anything we were supposed to do. Like I said, we didn't come out with energy. We didn't come out to execute. We didn't come out, willing to sacrifice. We didn't do anything. The ball's in our court. Sometimes, like that Celtic game, the first game of the year, sometimes it's just, the team is just unbelievable, in terms of shooting the ball and knocking down everything. And sometimes you can live with that, but you can't live with going out there and not executing and not having intensity. That's on our court.
Do you guys feel like you need to beat one of those teams to show something, or is it
show something to who? I mean,
to yourselves? I don't know.
To ourselves. I mean, I think we're all confident in ourselves. But I don't. At the end of the day, we got to continue to build. We got to continue to grow, and that has nothing to do with the opponent. I don't care if it's the Celtics, OKC, or whoever's struggling in the league, whether it's Washington or whatever. At the end of the day, we got to focus on what we can focus on, and that's the people in this locker room. We can't focus on, this one win is going to show us and show everyone else that we can contend. We don't care what anybody else says. At the end of the day, we got to figure it out in this locker room.
Gotta give them a lot of credit. The way they played was, from their point of view, very, very well. And we just did not come and play Knicks basketball today.
It was about this time, Joe, last year when you guys seemed like you were hitting your stride. It was a great month of January, and it seems like now you're maybe going backward a little bit. Can you tell what's the difference?
Last year was 2024. This is 2025. So it's a year difference.
You guys, with this one, Jalen, I think 4-7 against the top 8 teams in the standings. I feel like you have the talent, the wherewithal to compete against teams at that level.
Short answer, yes. I feel like we do have the talent to compete, but it's not always talent.
What is it then?
We got to play team basketball and just sit together and go through the ups and downs of the season. It's a long season, and we're gonna learn. We're gonna get better, and just gotta stick together. That's really most important.
Jalen, obviously the first game against OKC, it was Aaron Wiggins who came off the bench and got 19. Today it's Isaiah Jones, 31 off the bench. Just what did you see from the defense with him and just from bench defense in general against other teams?
He came into the game and made a couple shots early, and then he had a lot of rhythm. He played really well, and it's hard to stop someone when they're in rhythm like that, especially when they're getting open look after open look. And so, give them credit. They kept searching him out, and he kept making plays, and it just shows you how deep of a team they are.
When you said we didn't play Knicks basketball, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me, and it means something in this locker room, and we're going to hold that to our heart.
Talk about progressing. People tend to always think it's linear, but obviously it seems like talking to you guys, you understand that's not always the case. Do you have to remind yourself that things don't always go in uniform patterns?
Yeah, it's all about just building every single day. Sometimes you can do the right things and fail, and sometimes you can do the wrong things and have success. So tonight we did the wrong things and failed. So that's the difference with tonight. But just every single day we just gotta keep building, keep chipping away, and just not lose faith, not lose confidence. And tonight sucked. That's plain and simple. But tomorrow we wake up, we watch film, we move on, we get better, and we get ready for Milwaukee.
Where did you see things start to go left?
Just come out with the energy and execution needed to beat a team like that that's been rolling like that. So, it's hard. I got to watch the game. I got to tell you, I can't give you an exact moment.
Yeah.
But, give credit where credit's due. They hit shots, they hit threes, they made the plays needed.
Teams were saying the intensity wasn't there once they started making a run at you guys. You guys had one other game like this, I guess the Boston game. You couldn't feel it was like that, like just something where it was rolling and you couldn't do anything right.
I mean, like I said, they did what they needed to do. They hit shots and they made tough ones too early on. And we just unfortunately didn't make the shots needed to keep pace. And that's just how the NBA season goes. Sometimes it goes your way, and sometimes it doesn't.
Fans tend to think that progress is always linear. Like you get to this point and then you're supposed to build on that. But it seems like you guys are very understanding that
there's ebbs and flows. It's the NBA season.
Do you have to
man.
remind yourself often?
All 82 ain't gonna go perfect.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, there's gonna be a lot of times where we don't look like the team that we were like 4 weeks ago, and then we're gonna remind everyone a week later, and then we're gonna be a whole another version 3 weeks from then. It's my 10th year. I've seen seasons how multiple different ways. So. Ebbs and flows. It's about this team, this locker room staying together and continue to work.
Right now, you guys are, I think, 4-7 against the top 8 teams in the league, and 0-5 against the top 4. Do you feel like there's the wherewithal here to compete against those teams?
I ain't worried about them teams. I'm worried about us. We got to worry about New York Knicks. If we do what we do, and we're constantly chasing perfection, and we're chasing improvement every day of our team, we'll be the best version of ourselves when we need to be against those teams. So just stay focused on us, stay focused on daily improvement.
Aaron Wiggins had 19 in the first game, and then today Isaiah Joe. Just what are you seeing from opposing teams' benches where guys are coming in?
Like I said, you got to give them credit where credit is due. They got players that they got a deep team, and they have a player that always finds himself having a day against not just us, but they had a long winning streak. They having a full team of contributors to their success. So. I know Shea obviously gets a ton of credit and a ton of media coverage, as rightfully so, but they have a really good team, and they got a lot of guys who help them win.